What's up, Hoop fans? This is Gary with Hobby Lottery. Today I'm going to go over the preview for the next few cards that I'm going to submit to SGC. And at first, I gotta admit, I thought these videos I didn't see the value in them. I thought they were kind of lame, but I can see why people watch them, just trying to go behind the mindset of why somebody's submitting certain cards. And also, you may not be aware of certain ones that are valuable when they've actually been going up in price. So this will be the first time that I've ever done this. Probably won't be the last, but I'm going to show you what I'm getting sent, and then I'm going to show you some of the rejects, and just kind of let you see guys that aren't going to make the cut, because they'll get a 9 or lower. So we'll start off with the cards that are going to SGC. Also, if any point in the video you like the content, please make sure to like and subscribe for future sports card talk here that we have on the channel. So Anthony Edwards, I will be sitting off the NBA hoops. Very good positive sign on this card here. So we all know Anthony Edwards has been balling out lately. SGC auction on this NBA hoops closed out at over $200, and SCG 10s don't normally do well on auctions, and a lot of his 9.5s and stuff has still been bringing in about $60 on with SGC. So not a bad one to send in, especially since you can pick these up on auction around about $8, $25 to get it graded. There you go. So Anthony Edwards is rising stock. I'm gonna try and get like 30 of these on my next submission, just because he's such a buy low option at the moment. Halliburton's a good one too. The silver prism here, Lamelo Ball, prism draft picks. So these have been they're still doing very good, considering they are prism draft pick cards. They did take a huge dip when he broke his wrist. So this card as a PSA 10 at one point was going for the white shirt was between about $600 to $800. I have seen an SGC 10 sell for about $250 on this, and recently the PSA 10s have gone down. I could be off on this one, but I think they were around about like $350. But the card raw still sells all day for $107. So this is the silver prism draft picks Lamelo Ball white shirt. I actually picked this up on Star Stock as a grade A for like $40. So I'm gonna tell you guys about Star Stock, at least from my experience, and the ton of cards, these draft picks that I got from them that were Star Stock grade A's, which is supposed to be PSA 9s or better. Most of them were not. They were pretty bad. I don't know who's looking those cards over, or if they just don't pay attention when they ship them out. But those A's, I wouldn't count on them, even though their first results were pretty good on their bulk submission. So now that we're back to the black shirt, which I kind of just went over these numbers previously, in the SGC, hopefully you can still get like 500 for it. This card has dipped between it was up around 1100, 9 to 1100, and now it's probably like 800 on the top end and like 600 on the lower end since he broke his wrist. But regardless, prism draft picks, silvers especially, graded 10s are doing really well this year, and I got 2 of them. So these were both from Star Stock, but I got like a total of 7 of these, and these were the only 2 I thought would get 5s. The other ones had glaring issues. I think would be like an 8.5 or a 9 or lower, a 9 at best. So then another one, this was a Star Stock grade A. I would say out of the 35 cards, 30 that I ordered from them, I think like maybe 6 of these or so will probably grade a 10, and they were that are Star Stock A's, so to say. So I don't know, man. I really wouldn't trust them if you're counting on that as a crossover to a PSA 10. But this green prism, these are surprisingly still doing over 200 in PSA 10s. So we'll see how it goes with SGC. No real comps on that. So Lamelo Ball green prism, black shirt prism here. One of the white shirt actually closed out for. This card here sold for 110 on SGC, so maybe the black can get like 150-ish as a 10. And I think that 10 sold on auction. So prism draft pick still holding strong. So coming up to some older stuff, which I'm usually ultra modern, but Shaq rookie card, I kind of eyeballed this one online. I overpaid for it for sure. I paid like $80 for this, and the Shaqs usually go for 45 to 50, but out of like the hundreds I sifted through online, this one looked to be the most perfect with the centering and everything. I'm thinking it's going to come back a 9. I can't remember the issue. There was one thing I saw that might knock it off a point or a half point, but even as a 9, this one will still do good. Should be about 300. So Shaquille O'Neal Skybox rookie card here. One more Lamelo Ball base. Hopefully I can get another 10. That'll be about 110. RJ Barrett, his stock's been rising up here. We just got the base rookie prism for him. This man, I hope I can get like right over 100. It's going up to about 140 on PSA 10s, but hopefully he'll have some more decent games. Knicks probably will make the playoffs this year, so if he puts up some numbers, has some decent games in the bubble or however they're doing it, the play-in, the playoffs, whatever, maybe his stock will continue to go up. This is actually a PC card, despite Nikola Vucevic's cards being at an all-time high. Like his PSA 10 Silver Prism rookie, I saw on Sports Card Investors up like $845 right now. But this is just a marquee rookie card, which I think is pretty sweet. He is one of my favorite players, probably behind Steph Curry, Durant, Jokic. Is Vucevic. I love him. Actually, I put him in front of Jokic. I love Vucevic. Gonna miss him. Thanks for the good times. Also coming up, we got a Silver Prism here of Tyrese Halliburton. When I did my reveal last video, I actually thought that this one was in it, but it wasn't. This will probably still like get me about 140 even as an SGC 10, because I think there was one on PSA for like 250-ish of his, right around there. I'm not 100%, but his stuff's been going good, but man, is it under the radar compared to how good he's been playing. So I'm going to pick up a lot more Halliburton. We do have a Keldan Johnson here. This is the red, white, and blue Panini Prism here. His rookie card, of course. He's been doing pretty solid, and it looks like the Spurs will make the playoffs. I think they're, at the time of this recording, or at least the last I looked, which was like 2 days ago, they were 6th or 7th in the West. And with a decent cushion, like 4 games in front of the 9th seed in the play-in, guys. So Keldon's a good roll of that, though it's pretty much a team effort between him, DeJounte Murray, and who else has been playing pretty good for them? Can't think at the moment, but Spurs definitely overachieving this year. Keldan is a big part of that. His stuff's still kind of high. I had some Silver Prisms of him that I bought that just don't look like they're going to make the cut, but yeah, we got Keldan Johnson and this perfect Giannis. Man, I hope this gets a 10. Props to I still have to take this out of the screw down case here before I send it off, of course, but props to the seller, man. I picked this one up for 200. They go all day for like 155 to 180, but those are ones in rough condition. This was the most pristine one that I had seen out of the dozens of listings I looked through. If even as an SGC 10, this card goes for about 1,000. PSA 10s in this card are, I think, up to about 1,400 is where they're at. But we'll see how playoffs and all that go. Giannis stock usually drops in the playoffs because they get the Bucks underachieve, but this is a cool one. So I'm very excited to see, you know, what this one comes back as. But look at that, man. This case is sweet. Perfect centering. It looks flawless, at least from the case, from what I can tell. There could be some underlying issue I can't see due to that screw down, but we got a Giannis NBA Hoops rookie card going out. Steph Curry Marvels, Net Marvels from 1920 Donruss hobby boxes. These inserts, I ripped like 4 of these hobby boxes before I even started my channel, and I sold these all off for like okay amounts, but little did I know that these really took off. This is like almost the insert of the year value wise for 1920 Products basketball. This card, man, I swear when I pulled one, I think I sold it for like 30 or 40 bucks. This card raw cost me 150, and it looks perfect. The centering's good. There was one corner that looked a little bit soft on it, but I think it might get a 9.5 or a 9. But check this out. This card has, I can't remember if there's an SGC comp on it, but I know the PSA comps for this as a 10 we're going for like $1,000 to like $1,200. And then this as like PSA 9s was still going for 400. So even if I get an SGC 9 worst case scenario, I would still do okay on this card at 25 bucks to grade it, get it back in 2 weeks. Hopefully the turnaround time's still solid. But yeah, these Net Marvels cards are good to grade, and man, do they're just so valuable. Yeah, Curry, and honestly, dang, it looks like he's probably gonna be hurt for like dang the rest of the year, so that one hurts a little bit, but that's still a solid card. And this one's gonna be the hit of the submission. I picked this one up for, was it 200? I think so. But this is a John Morant 1920 NBA Hoops Premium Stock Mojo Prism rookie card. It's the blue Mojo from Premium Stock, so this is gonna be the tribute, and it's short print numbered 15 of 99. And I was kind of nervous to buy this one. This is the most expensive card I purchased raw to get graded, which is something new I just started doing. I used to rip product, but At the prices this year, I'm not doing that anymore. But this one, I'm like, dang, man, hopefully it's probably something wrong with it, as you're gonna see some of these other cards I'm gonna show you, and that's why they didn't submit it for grading. But it looked like an awesome, honest seller. Maybe he's just not interested in grading, but centering is perfect. Tiny little print lines on there. I'm hoping worst case this is a 9.5 or a 9. Geez, I hope it's not a 9, but yeah, this is a beautiful card, man. Ja Morant, Blue Mojo Prism Tribute, numbered to 99, 15 of 99 at that. Solid. So these are just a few guys that just aren't going to make it. I had a pile of Star Stock X cards that just aren't going to cut it, but this was a rough one from just not a good seller. I had to send him a negative feedback. This one had some small print lines on it too, but Anthony Edwards, Silver Prisms, they're up there in value right now. We had a DeAndre Hunter that just didn't make the cut, which this one was kind of bad. The thing with eBay, you got to be kind of careful. So if you get in the habit of just, I don't leave negative feedback unless it's egregious. I just won't leave feedback at all. But even if you get cards you're not completely satisfied with, if you open too many item not as described cases and stuff like that, people do get their ability to buy from eBay banned, which is kind of good for the sellers, especially me, because I primarily sell. But you do want to be careful with that, man. You don't want to, as much as I buy, I can't afford to lose my ability to do so. So I very rarely do item or request returns. But this one was unfortunate. The seller should have done a better job. There's like a little tiny nick that was by the 12 and like some other little scratches kind of here. It'd probably be like an 8.5 or so. This Darius Garland was actually a pretty bad one. Thankfully, I didn't spend a lot of money. It was like $8 or $10. It did have like a little line kind of in the back, you could tell, and I'm just like, what the heck are some of these sellers doing? Like, they know what's wrong with the card and just do it anyway, which is terrible. I understand like new can mean a lot of things, but certain things should be disclosed. This one just had kind of like some like prints on the side here that just kind of wouldn't come out of the card. But that was a Darius Garland Silver Prism, Hoops Premium Stock. Fortunately, this Rui Hachimura wouldn't get it. Good thing is my eye, when looking online, is perfect for centering, because even underneath the tool, I hit it spot on, top to bottom, left to right. It's just other underlying issues why I can't submit these cards. I can't remember what it was with this Rui, but that one was a little sad. We had another Ant-Man that didn't make the cut. And then this was a silver from Star Stock, which had like a print line like right in the middle of the shirt, which I noticed that's a common trait. This is one I actually did have to return to a seller just because I'm like, dang, you know, I paid like $130 for it. And I was like, you know, that is a bit much. And it was very obvious. I don't know how the seller didn't catch it, but he was cool. He was honest. He took it back. I got the full refund. Then unfortunately, Keldan Johnson, Ruby Red Wave. This one would probably get a 9. But I don't aim for 9s. I go for 10s and then I settle for 9.5s if I get them. But anything that looks like a 9, I don't even bother sending it in. So yeah, that one had something wrong. And then this one had like a tiny little nick like right there, I believe it was. And it would probably get a 9, but I still didn't want to take the shot. But Keldan Johnson Silver Prism. Chumu Akiki stuff is on fire. It's going to be a case of decent player on a terrible team, so it's gonna look inflated and his prices will jump up, so he could be a short-term grab for you guys. But Okiki, I got this for like $5, but this one had, I can't remember what, oh, this was actually the one, not the Darius Garland. This is the one that had like a crease like right in the back, and I'm like, it's pretty weak of the seller to not mention it. And I had both these silver Kevin Porter Jr.'s, which I thought long and hard about almost sending them back, just because, and I'm going to show you guys too real quick. This video, I'm okay if these videos run a little long, which I'm about to wrap it up. That way when I do the reveal, I just kind of go through the chase. So just kind of let you guys into my mind as to what I'm investing in and why I'm sending certain cards. But like even like through the camera, you probably can't barely. It's like right here. So I try to say I don't make a fuss about cards like with a seller if it's nothing I can see to the naked eye. If it's obvious on the naked eye, then I kind of don't agree with it, but it's bad. So let me put it through the lens here, but it's like in the upper left up here. Kind of see that little line there where it probably came off the print and press hard or something like that. That one's gonna be tough. So they both will come from the same person. They both kind of have the same thing. I'm probably honestly gonna list them for sale and it's just gonna be transparent about the indentation there, but I almost thought about returning it, but I'm like, nah, let me kind of limit that just because I don't want to ruin my ability to buy by opening too many items not as described. So Kevin Porter Jr. not making the cut, but with Oladipo gone, oh man, this guy's gonna put up some numbers when he gets back from that injury. Hopefully, you know, not too much time in the season, but that'll do it today, guys. You know, let me know what you think of let me know what you think of the reveal here. And matter of fact, let me see. And I'm going to be honest, because this card, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. This was a bad seller. I did leave negative feedback for it. It does have a dimple and like a tiny scratch, but hey, if anybody's interested or you just want to have it as part of your collection, you'll qualify for my next video if you just leave a comment and like. I'll get this shipped out to you. So we'll do that Lamelo Ball Prism draft picks there. But everyone, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of the submission. Stay safe, be blessed, keep on collecting.